Okay, let's practice solving some of the logarithmic functions derivative problems. And first of all, look at the look at the problem here. It says differentiate the functions, so it does not tell you exactly which rule, product, chain, etc. to apply. Just simply recognize it and just solve it for these logarithmic functions within trig or regular. Okay, let's get started. Number one here, this function sine of natural log x. Okay, just looking at this problem, you can tell, like, chain rule applies here, like the outer function and inner function formula. Why? Because there's already a given formula for sine x, but in this case x is equal to natural log of x, correct? Okay, so let's see. So to the derivative of this function is how we're gonna solve it. So it's basically saying derivative of this sine of ln x, and you can try to simplify as this, as I've shown previously, or I think by this time you can also expect to just simply evaluate to the, you can already tell, like, this is sine of l n x times the derivative of inner function natural log x, which is 1 over x, and that's all about it. But yeah, here we go. What's the process here? I'll just go over for this number one. Okay, so the outer function we can tell, like, it's sine x, right? And the inner function is inside the parentheses is ln x. Derivative of this function, outer sine x, we know it's cosine x, and derivative of this inner function natural log x, we just recently reviewed in the previous video, it's 1 over x. Okay, now put together derivative of this function is derivative of outer function with respect to inner function, which is cosine of, sorry, not gx, derivative of outer function within inner function, which is ln x, natural log x, times derivative of inner function 1 over x. So we have derivative of this function is simply, I can rewrite this again here. Derivative of this function is cosine of natural log x divided by x, and here is your answer. Okay, let's go over number 2 now. This f of x is equal to natural log 1 over x. Okay, just looking at this previous recall, we know that the formula for natural log, derivative of natural log x is equal to 1 over x. But in this case, x is equal to 1 over x. So, same, right? Chain rule thing. Derivative of this is going to be derivative of this function itself, natural ln x, natural log x is equal to 1 over x, but here x is equal to 1 over x as well, so this is going to be 1 over 1 over x, correct? Multiply by derivative of this inner function, because x is the formula we have, but here in this case x is 1 over x, it has changed, right? So derivative of this 1 over x is, you can also write this as natural log x power negative 1, so it's easier to see. Power rule, right? So negative 1, bring the power down in multiplication and add minus 1 in it, it becomes negative 2. This is 1, right? So what we have this, so how do you simplify this? This is 1 divided by 1 over x, which is similar to 1 times x. So this is going to be 1 times x, and here is this x to the negative 2, or you can write this in its original format, which is simply stating 1 over x square. So derivative of this function is x times negative. So negative 1 over x square cancels out. So we have the derivative of this function is equal to negative 1 over x. Okay. Now look at number 3 here real quick. Same thing, right? Okay, you remember the formula with the derivative of log with any base. Here we have base 10 times x. Log x is equal to 1 over x times natural log of b base. In this case, this matches the syntax right here. So x is equal to 1 over cos x. Same thing, first derivative of the outer function with respect to inner function, right? As we have done it, you can go step by step like this as example number 1, or just simply if you got the idea already, so just plug in the formula directly to the problem. So this is 1 over x. X is 1 plus cosine x times natural log 10. Base is 10. Time multiply. Because x is the original formula, right? X, in this case, x is equal to 1 plus cosine of x. So derivative of 1 is 0 plus derivative of cosine x is, it's co means negative of sine x, the inner function derivative. So we have the derivative of this function is negative sine x divided by 1 plus cosine x natural log 10. As simple as it is. Okay, good. So let's look at number 4 now. This function g of x is equal to natural log x times e. If you remember the laws of these natural log functions, you can simplify this here already, that gx is equal to natural log a times b is natural log a plus natural log of b. Remember the laws of logarithmic functions I just went over in the previous video. Now you can take the derivative here. We can take the derivative now, but I am not liking this. And I would like to simplify this further if I can before I actually start taking the derivative of this gx function. And let me go over some of the properties of logs. I think I haven't went over these in the previous ones. Log and natural log functions. Log with any base times base is equal to 1, or natural log e is simply 1. Log of 1, any base 1 is 0. Or natural log of 1 is also 0. And then inverse property. Log with base times base with the power variable is equal to x, or natural log of e to the x is also equal to x. This is what we can apply here, this property. And then there's this another one with the base, like constant with the power. I think I went over these. This cancels out and it still equals to x. And then I remember this way, as long as we understand it. And this is also equal to x. Okay, some of these properties are gonna be pretty handy when it comes to solving these functions. That's why I went over those laws and properties in the previous video within the derivatives. Okay, now let's get to this problem real quick. So I would like to simplify this so it's easier for me to take the derivative. And there's nothing wrong in applying some laws or properties of logarithmic functions. So okay, still gx, right? We have simplified this to this plus. We know that natural log times e to the x is simply equal to x, and here x is what? Negative 2x. So we have negative 2x here. So now we are going to take the derivative of this function, which is natural log of x minus 2x. Okay, so this is simply means derivative of natural log x minus derivative of 2x. Natural log x derivative is 1 over x minus derivative of 2x is simply 2. And here is your answer for this one. Okay, let's look at number 5 now. This function of f of t is equal to natural log t square times sine t. This one we let's apply product rule here. I think it would be easy. Derivative of this function is a times b, remember? Which is a times derivative of b plus b times derivative of a. We have natural log t square times derivative of b, which is sine t, plus b times derivative of a, natural log t square. This is equal to derivative of sine t is cosine t plus sine t times first. Okay, you have to make sure that here x is equal to natural log of t. So you have to take the outer function derivative, which is 2x. I mean the power comes down times this function itself, right? So this is going to be 2 times natural log t times derivative of inner function, which is natural log t, natural log x, which is 1 over x. So x is equal to t here, so 1 over t. We can already tell natural log t is common here, so let's try to simplify here. Natural log t cosine t plus 2 times sine t over t. And this is your answer for this one. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.